Welcome everyone back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Today we're going to continue with the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds campaign, getting our revenge on Hunter Paste. Because he got some good cards and we didn't draw into the cards that allowed us to do our fancy synchros really, so we didn't stand too much of a chance last time. I'm going to choose to go second just to have more cards to play with, because Yusei generally has weaker monsters, some useful spells and traps, but he needs a combination of the right monsters to get going. And hopefully I can draw into just that. We've never lost twice to a person. Already 3 times in this campaign we've lost, but then always the second time we've won. Those remind us of what we have for Synchros: Stardust, 3 Nitros, 3 Junk Warriors. So 5, 7, and 8, but only the 8 is summonable with any tuner. That's a nice card to have. Don't really want to do anything with that yet. It's a nice card. From your graveyard to your opponent's side of the field in defense, increase level moments you control. It has to be in defense, so we can't really attack into it, but it might be useful to help with an attack. Not with an attack with getting the levels right for synchros. Let's just set Shield Warrior because it's useful in the grave for some decent defense. And set all these cards for use later. Scrap Iron Scarecrow probably the coming turn. Defense draw we might wait a little longer to be able to use that. A give and take. I wonder if we'll ever use it. Ooh yeah, Zombie Master. I'm happy they didn't summon that. That could be really bad. Just calm down. I learned how to check the field. Let's do something monster from the grave, draw a card. You want to use the banish zombie to monster place the target on top of the deck. And look at what they did. They destroyed my Shield Warrior. And they have 3 monsters to attack with. I am using Dark Hole. This is the biggest attack that's going to come in. Although it doesn't really matter enough. Magic Sunbird. What's the other one? Draining Shield. I can pretty much just make 2 attacks do nothing. So you Scrap Iron Scarecrow here. And Shuten Doji, I'll use Defense Draw. Make the damage 0, get Junk Synchron. Take the 1200 here. Ooh, what does that mean? Others into the deck. What is that thing's effect? If that's a bad, if it's susceptible to Dark Hole, this is good. We have it. Somebody cannot be some other when a special summon shuffle all other monsters on the field into the deck. All other monsters, also mine. And if you do, this card segments 1000. He's susceptible to everything. It's going to be his second turn? No, his third. Yeah, it'll be his third turn, and he has nothing. He has Call of the Hunter, which is just sitting there, won't do anything. 2 cards in the grave that won't do anything. This thing says it must be special summoned, cannot be special summoned other way, so Kasha he can't get back with Call of the Hunted. He has to Miracle Draw multiple turns in a row. And even if he has a monster that he can attack with, let's say Zombie Master, I have Scrap Iron Scarecrow to negate it at 1 attack every turn unless he destroys it. But if he gets something like Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy Scrap Iron Scarecrow, that means he doesn't have a monster. So this is good. This is very good. So we're just gonna summon my strongest monster, which is Junk Synchron. I can summon a monster to their side of the field to boost one of my levels. The only monster I have in the graveyard is Shield Warrior, which can make my monsters unable to be destroyed with battle. So that can sort of work like Scrap Iron Scarecrow if they either get rid of Scrap Iron or they have somehow get 2 attacks in. Things are looking really good, but so far we don't even have a way past my opponent. Although give and take might, considering it's in the face of defense position, might be nice for Nitro Warrior here if they have another monster. Because if Nitro Warrior takes out an opponent's monster and they have a face of defense monster, that can be changed to attack and I can attack again on that monster with Nitro. But that would mean I want Nitro Warrior, Nitro Synchron first. And if Shield Warrior is the only one on the graveyard. That would mean Nitro Warrior would become level 5, so I need a level 2 non-tuner, which I can have with Quillbolt or with 3. They have the Zombie Master. I'm not going to use Give and Take. Unfortunately for you, you know this already, Hunter Pace, but I have Scrap Iron Scarecrow. And I get to keep stopping attacks with that. In like basic duels like this, where there's not too much fancy spell and trap removal, not too fancy of special summons, even though like he does a Call of the Haunted. Yeah, I feel pretty good about my Scrap Iron Scarecrow being able to get in that thing here soon. Call of the Haunted is nice for Syncolator. I'll play, even though I want the extra card from Tuning Wear, it being able to also be treated as level 2. I'll play Quillbolt just in case, as I said, I'll draw into Nitro Synchron or any other tuner like Junk Synchron next turn, so I can just get back Quillbolt Hedgehog anyway. And then when I get Nitro Synchro, then I can do that give and take thing that I was referring to get Nitro Warrior and a double attack. Wait, the double attack does apply without the spell, right? Yeah, because that's his first effect that you need a spell card for. Porto Hedgehogを召喚。俺はレベル2のポルトヘッジョークにレベル3のジャンクシンクロをチューニングシンクロ召喚ジャンクウォリアー行くぞジャンクウォリアーゾンビマスターを攻撃スクラップフィスト And they still are miracle drawing. And I have a Call of the Haunted for next turn. So, potentially, I could just Call of the Haunted back, Junk Synchron, normal summon Tuning Wear, and I get another Junk Warrior. And then I could still summon Quillbolt Hedgehog back. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Tuning Wear. Generally, I wait with Call of the Haunted until battle phase after I've done all my attacks and my opponent doesn't really see it coming. But now, though, that's different. Because now I can do a fancy Synchro, and because I can now use Quillbolt Hedgehog's effect, and Hedgehog is level 2, Junk Warrior's mandatory effect upon its summon will, as always, even if there's no level 2 or below monster, will activate and give some extra power. I could summon Stardust, but I don't see why, because this is going to give me a lot more power. Even more than Stardust. いくぞレベル2チューニングサポーターレベル3ジャンクシンクロチューニングシンクロ召喚もう一度ジャンクウォリアーもう痛いもう一度 is again もう痛い is something similar anyway チューニングサポートの効果発動カード1枚ドロー And then Junk Warrior gets some extra power from Quillbolt Hedgehog 23 31 looking good. I could let's see, how much do I have in total here? 54. I have exact finish. I have an exact finish. I'm not gonna play Trout. I'm gonna go exact finish. Porto Hedgehog! Direct attack! いくぞ Junk Warrior! And my second Junk Warrior. Scrap Feaster! Boom! Perfect finish in the face! And that's why things like whatever that zombie that I used was called, or something like Montage Dragon, I barely use it because they're still susceptible to any kind of card effects like destruction or sending them to the grave. And you just lose so many monsters. So unless you use Montage Dragon to put things in the grave that are actually useful in the grave. So think about any kind of effects like the Shadows or the Burning Abyss. Any kind of effects like that, if you use them with Montage Dragon, okay, otherwise I don't see myself ever using those monsters. Arrgh! That was a really great duel, Hunter. Don't think I'll take this loss sitting down, you say. That was a good one. Good one, and getting him back! The Scrap Fist to the face. And we get both of his Skull Flame and Skull Flame, and Supersonic Skull Flame, now just Burning Skullhead. Needleblock Nest is nice, and maybe Light Sworn. A few other decks that use the cards in the grave. Alright. Second round showdown. Yu's next duel was against Greiger. Rex Goodwin hoped that Greiger's power would cause Yusei to call forth the Crimson Dragon. However, before the duel, Yusei and Greiger had a small confrontation. After Greiger caught Leo attempting to sneak into his shop to get a preview of his new duel runner, he returned the boy back home. Leo wanted a sneak peek at my new duel runner like everyone else out there. You gonna call security? No, he reminds me of my own little brother. I'm not gonna punish him just because he's trying to help you win a duel tomorrow. It won't make a difference. You're still going down. There's quite a bit riding on this tournament for me and my future. What about you? Why are you dueling here? For my friends. I don't have a choice. Let me guess. Goodwin made you an offer you couldn't refuse, right? How did you know? Did he come to you too? He offered me a chance to rebuild my family's village. I need his power to help rebuild my village. It was consumed by fire and destruction in a natural disaster, unlike anything that was ever seen before. Director Goodwin promised to help me, but not until I promised to help him with his quest. Greiger, don't you see that he's using you? If it's the only way to rebuild my village, then I'll let him use me all he wants. Sorry, but I have to win tomorrow, no matter what. Finally, Yusei and Greiger met in the arena. You call that thing a duel runner, Yusei? Did it come with training wheels? Just cause you're bigger doesn't mean you're better, Greiger. Yeah, right. Talk to me after the duel's done. Good luck. Because you're gonna need it. Alright, we fought using this deck against Leo and lost. I don't feel it's as consistent. It probably has a few upgrades compared to the previous duel that we used it in. Just because it's a little later on the story. But also to face against Yusei, there always have to be cards that work against the other opponent's deck. Let's say the opponent has a really powerful monster that you with regular monsters can't overcome, then there has to be like a card effect or spell or trap, whatever, that can either weaken that monster or destroy it. I've noticed there's always an out in decks to difficult cards the opponent has. Ooh, I got 10. What extra card? Do we get Turbo Warrior again? I see a missing tomato, I can see why. Junkie... no, Armory Arm. Okay, so the same from before, plus Armory Arm. When was Armory Arm first used? I don't remember. I know it was definitely used in the... the 4 episodes combined were about team satisfaction. Well, that was what it's called in Japanese anyway, with Kalin in the desert and like the Wild West place. Armory Arm was used like once or twice there. Not entirely sure. See, I want to junk synchro into a tuner, but into a synchro, but that doesn't really help yet. I could Speed Warrior, just attack. I could Snatch Steal, so they won't get their effect off, but I really want to keep Snatch Steal until something much better comes along. I'll take him out here. Battle! Speed Warrior no Koka Hatsuto! Kogiriku wa 2倍にする! Speed Warrior! Attack! Fake it. What does that do? Damage and then summon. What? Actively when unless you can cannot be special summon reactor escape from your hand or graveyard. Oh, this is always. Would have been nice if I had that card last time. Sheesh. Okay, so now they have a summon reactor. Okay. I don't like that idea, but I'm not gonna use Snatch Steal. It'll cost me Speed Warrior. Thanks to Scrap Iron, I probably won't take too much damage. Unless I have Champ Reactor. Nope, another missing tomato. I'm good with that. I'll let that one go. Stop that one because it'll deal the most damage. Let's get that in. I'll have to take this hit. See, if I snatch any of their tomatoes and crash into their tomato, they're just gonna get 2 monsters. I don't see the point behind that. Good defense roll. Pretty nice. It really does depend on some combo pieces. And with the earlier basic Synchrons Yusei has, you can't really do a lot in one turn. You have to slowly set it up. So it's decent to play with, to get used to Synchros. Nothing... I don't particularly like it too much. I do like using Junk Synchron in general. So. Alright, we can can junk. Wait. Summon reactor. It does effect. During the battle phase of the turn, this card effect, you can negate the attack of one monster your opponent controls. So they can just negate my attack. Well, I better summon something. Wait. If I take their summon reactor with Snatch Steal now, which I should have really done before, but nah, that come up there now, then they can't negate that attack because summon reactor is on my side of the field. Still feel it's not the right play. I still feel I should wait. But then again, what better monster am we gonna get? Because his bigger thing, like Flying Fortress Skyfire, will just destroy Snatch Steal. I'm pretty sure it doesn't negate it, but by destroying it, the equipped spell can't do anything anymore. So I think it is a good idea to use Snatch Steal here. I took 800 unnecessary damage looking back at it now. I will do this. Ooh, I can actually Stardust with his monster so he doesn't get anything else. I like the idea of Stardust, because then when he play a Destruction card, Stardust can actually save me. I will do that, yeah. Igzo! Levergono! Summon Rector Escape, whatever his name is in Japanese. Lever-san no Junk Synchro Tuning! Synchro Shokan! Hishoseo! Stardust Dragon! Pretty sure it says Hishoseo. For Stardust, I'm not actually 100% sure. Igzo! Stardust Dragon! Mystic Tomato Kogek! Shooting Sonic! Oh yeah, first time I'm seeing this animation. Looks decent. The animation could have definitely been better. Considering this in the animations, they're kinda eh. But there's someone Blast Sphere, which means one less Blast Sphere in defense position. I don't mind about that. How would Stardust effect interact with Blast Sphere? Let's see, there's separate effects, so it will be able to stop the second one. Yeah. Okay. Main phase 2, I'll set defense draft for use later on. I likely won't need it. Especially considering I have Scarecrow, not for next turn, but we'll see what he does. What he has to play with. Call of the Haunted. Summon Reactor. Tries to take out the monster there. I'll scrap Iron. Otherwise he probably would have switched his others into defense. Now he's forced to throw another attack. Nope, he just wants to switch to defense. Okay. If he was gonna keep one of his in attack, then Speed Warrior should have just been destroyed. Another scrap Iron, so that's 2 negations per turn. Does require 2 scrap Irons, but still nice. I think I'll just play Hedgehog in defense in a moment, just to have it there. Warrior's effect is negated at Speed Warrior just because of Junk Synchron, so I can't go to 1800 to destroy Blast Sphere. Let's see, if I summon. Sets doesn't do anything with it. Well, I'm gonna set main phase 2 anyway. Threatening Roar, okay, start a battle phase. Because if they would have used that after I declare an attack, that's something a lot of people actually get wrong. It says your opponent cannot declare an attack. It doesn't say they cannot attack. They cannot declare an attack. But that only applies after that card is resolved. So let's say I declare an attack with Stardust Dragon, and then they activate Threatening Roar. Then after that card resolves, I cannot declare an attack. But because the declaration of my Stardust attack has already happened before Threatening Roar applied, the attack continues. It's after that that I can't do it. Therefore, Threatening Roar will have to be activated at the start of the battle phase before the player has a chance to even declare an attack. Set. Saved his monster there. Ooh, I was gonna set Cobalt. I have 2 negations with Scrap Iron. I have for attacks. I have Stardust Dragon to negate destruction effects, so I'd say I'm looking pretty good. Wait, which Scrap Iron does he know of? This one. Not that this is a human player that would really get any use out of that. Maybe the AI has slightly different things if they know or don't know what it is. But, yeah. Let's see. Drill Synchron. We can't do much with that except go into Armory Arm though. When a warrior type once you control attack with defense position once piercing damage to your opponent. When you inflict battle damage to your opponent with this effect, you can rock hide. That would be helpful if Stardust was a warrior. So this is more useful with Junk Warrior and Nitro Warriors. Here's your Armor's Machine, yeah. And unfortunately this requires Junk Synchron, otherwise I would have gone into it. Same with Nitro. Needing Nitro Synchron. I could summon this, but I don't really see the point. So what I'm going to do is just attack. Summon Reactor Escape. Get out of my face. Shooting Sonic! Nice. And I'll just set one more Cobalt. And then if I don't draw into Nitro or Junk Synchron next turn, I just won't play anything else. Black Salvo, Synchro Missing Tomato, because they do have one of those. Dark Strike Fighter, yeah, he did use that in the anime. It's weakened now, though. Ooh, he has a Spell Reactor. Let's remember the errata effect for Dark Strike Fighter. During your main phase 1, you contribute one monster and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attributed monster level times 200. This was so much better before the errata, but then like, it was forbidden. Now it's not anymore. So 2600 can defeat Stardust, but I have my Scrap Iron, so I'll definitely use that. 1200. None of them can change back to defense position. Do I mind that attack? No, they can take it. Cobalt. It can summon itself back, but at the same time I just want to negate it just so he doesn't know what it is. And then Dark Strike will obviously attack Stardust, but I have another Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Now I need a way around Dark Strike Fighter because I don't have the attack power to do so. However, I definitely know of a way. And that way is called Junk Synchron. Because if I get Nitro Synchron now, I just do level 2, 2, 2. Like, I can't even get to... No! Not you. Junk Synchron. If we get a card in the grave, another Cobalt. Level 2. Would have been nice to get another level 2 in there. Wait, I already have Speed Warrior there. Nice. Junk Synchron Shokan. That's something you can definitely do. Make use in this stack of Junk Warrior's effect. I was recently looking into, was it Star Siphon, the trap card. I definitely want to make a deck that has some combos with Star Siphon, and I realized that Junk Synchron definitely has that. Because Star Siphon will then chain to Junk Warrior's effect. Siphon will resolve first, make Junk Warrior level 1, and if you take a look at Junk Warrior's effect right here, it gains attack equal to the total attack of all level 2 or lower monsters you currently control. So that includes Junk Warrior. Now obviously normally it's level 5, so that wouldn't apply. But because of Star Siphon, it become level 1, and therefore gain its own attack and have at least 4,600. Which is super nice. Now because Speed Warrior is in defense position, I could go with that. Although now that I think about it, I flip summon them to give them power. The Stardust Dragon can take out one of these. Junk Warrior will take out Dark Strike Fighter. Neither of the Cobalts can actually take out Spell Reactor. Wait, I could have nitroed into Armory Arm. Now that I think about it, would be nice. Anyway, high power is really cool as well. And the next turn I can summon Junk Synchron to hit for defense. So we'll be good with that. Speed Warrior ni Revelation Junk Synchron Tuning Jinkro Shokan Junk Warrior! Now if I would have used Cobalt Hedgehog as material, I would have actually gotten 100 extra attack power because Speed Warrior has 900 attack, whereas Cobalt has 800. Still, 39. That's really nice to have. The next turn, whatever they have in defense, I'm going to leave Spell Reactor RE on the field to make them have lower defense, so I can use Dual Synchron with Junk Warrior's effect. Alright. Junk Warrior! Dark Strike Fighter Kogek! Scrap Fisto! Stardust Dragon! Brastosphere Kogek! Shooting Sonic! Won't attack with these two hedgehogs. Leave them there. If they want to attack into it, I have Scrap Pine Scarper to stop that, so that's fine. They set. They get that. We are good. Draw. Oh, we get Dark Hole, I'm not going to use that. So 900, 3900. So it's 3000 damage I can deal if I just play Drill Synchron. That's pretty nice. Drill Synchron Shokan! Battery! Junker Warrior! Spell Reactor! Gogek! Boom! What was the effect again? I can draw a card. Sure, why not? Free card. Get a tuning. Stardust attack. Shooting Sonic! And then I think I want to finish it off with this one. Exo Drill Synchron! Graiga direct attacker! And we win both of our duels, so yes, finally, we didn't lose in the campaign in an episode. Yeah. Krieger, are you okay? I'm fine, but it's not over. I told you about my village. About the fire and destruction. But I've learned the truth. I hacked into Goodwin's personal files before the duel and discovered it wasn't a natural disaster. Goodwin decided to use our valley as a little testing ground. He tried to resurrect his precious Crimson Dragon, but he couldn't control its energy. He's going to expose everything! We must silence him! Don't worry. No one is going to believe him. Krieger, are you sure about all this? I saw the files myself. I'm certain about it, you say. And now Goodwin's go down, so for all his lies! Krieger attempted to attack Goodwin, but he was immediately arrested by sector security. People of New Domino City. It's always a terrible tragedy when a gifted duelist, like our very own Krieger, suffers a complete nervous and emotional breakdown following such an intense duel. But rest assured that he'll get all the help he needs. You say, promise me you'll take down Goodwin once and for all. That is it. Ooh, we get a Jack Booster Prax, we gotta get that. Got a Skyfire, we got a Darksick Fighter, limiter removal, that's a nice card to have. Ooh, fancy duel for the next episode. But for now though, we're going to go into the card shop and open a few packs of, well, the new pack. Let's open 5 packs of Jack Atlas and see what we can get from it. It even has 2 Ambitious Gopher, Water Spirit. Nothing too interesting for me except the fact that it has Yang Zing. So that is interesting to see. Medium Piece Golem, Flamvel, Fortune stuff. It makes sense that Jack has Fortune Ladies. Top Brenner was one of Jack's cards. Red Screen is one of his cards. Watt Keeper, so that would suggest he has Watts. Phantom Hill, what does that do? It's Infernity. Battery Man. Toon Warrior is one of basics. Sir Highlander. Okay. Toon Sword Warrior is kind of a nice card to use. And multiple of his Resonators and more Infernities. Alright, that was it for today. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Next time, or the time after, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, I believe this is the semi-final duel, and definitely an important one in the anime. So definitely an important one in the series as well. I will see you tomorrow in tomorrow's daily video.